It's a new era for the WWE. All of it right here, right now, on In This Very Ring. Let's go!
Let's go! This ain't the fuck like force is getting he stink!
Oh shit!
It's gone!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of In This Very Ring, right here live on A2D Radio. It's Saturday night. That means it's Brits, it's Butters. We're going to talk a little wrestling. But before we do, we want to thank our sponsors, Al Z Travel. Al Z Travel specializes in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Use the link alonz-travel.com/request-a-proposal to get in touch with one of their talented team members. There is 1 week left in their Alonz 1 year giveaway. Book a vacation with them before the end of July, and you will be entered into a raffle giveaway, drawing, whatever we want to call it, for a $50 Disney gift card. We've got a lot to talk about tonight in a short amount of time to do it. So let's dive right in. Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, giving us our poll question this evening and our topic of conversation. You're optimistic with the direction WWE will take now that Vince McMahon has retired. It was announced yesterday that Vince McMahon has stepped down. He is walking away. He is retiring from the WWE after 42 years at the head of the table, leading the ship, taking us through the ups and the downs, the goods and the bads, the golden era, the attitude era, ruthless aggression, and the PG era. Now Vince rides off into the sunset, leaving Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan as co-CEOs and Triple H as Executive Vice President of Talent Relations, John Laurinaitis' old spot. Let's break it all down. Butters, what do you think, my dude? Are you optimistic?
Thor. Sorry.
That's not an answer, but okay.
No, I'm very optimistic in this direction they're going to go. Yes, Vince was, had one of the greatest ideas ever when he put together WWE. He made everything, run well. But I think with this future, with Triple H behind the helm, Stephanie, Nick Khan, I honestly feel that we're going to go into a good direction with WWE. We're already, Lord knows after SummerSlam, I think is when we'll see everything start over, or at least the new direction. I think we're going to get to SummerSlam, finish the Vince era up at SummerSlam, and then move on into the new WWE era.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think that SummerSlam is where you start seeing the shift as early as SummerSlam. I think we start seeing a lot of rewrites now that Vince has walked away. He's not in creative control. Bruce Pritchard's in creative control. Stephanie McMahon's going to have a huge say in all of that. Triple H is going to have a huge say in all of that. Nick Khan's going to be in the middle of it all. So you're bringing in three relatively fresh faces to this non-having to report to role.
Maybe we'll see the end of Bucktooth Barry and Bruce.
I think Bucktooth Barry's going to be around for a little bit longer. Bruce will be around for a while as well. But all right, let's get this out of the way. Vince McMahon, the person, is not who we're talking about tonight.
Nope.
Whatever is taking place, whatever allegations are being talked about, whatever investigation is going on. That's not what we're talking about this evening. What we're talking about this evening is the future of the WWE, and we're talking about Vince McMahon as a promoter, as a CEO.
Yes.
Of a company that, I mean, for the love of God, we have all been watching for years. I would have to say I'm going to agree to the poll. We've always talked about this. We've always talked about what's going to happen the day that Vince McMahon retires or dies. I mean, realistically, we all thought he was going to die still as the chairman, CEO, as a literal wrestling god. And now here we are. It's 1 week before the biggest pay-per-view of one of the biggest pay-per-views of WWE's year, the kickoff to their season, and 1 week beforehand, Vince McMahon just, all right, I'm done. No, obviously,
right. You would think maybe he would wait till at least SummerSlam weekend to go, last day, boys and girls. Sorry to tell you this, I'm retired.
No, because I think you spend the next, I think you spend the next few days and few weeks dealing with the fallout of him leaving. Right? There's a lot of fallout from this, and don't get me wrong, the NDAs, the allegation, it's going to play a role into why he walked away. There's no secret about that. Something's going to drop over the next few days or weeks.
I was about to say, I think it's going to drop within the next week before SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's going to say, okay, Vince McMahon is blah, blah, blah. Or, hell, for all we know, they settled out of all of this, and that was a condition of settling out.
Hey, yeah.
Right? I'm no legal mind, and quite honestly, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say I don't care, and I've said it before, I've said it on the air, I've said it off the air, I've been consistent since these NDAs have come up. If it comes out that Vince McMahon used his own money, then I don't give a rat's ass about what happens, because that is him. That is something he chose to do on his own, and he made that decision to do it. Is it the right decision? Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Should he be tried as such? Yes. Right? Because fuck that. That's wrong. You're a scumbag. If it's found out that he used company money, then take everything I just said and apply it here. All right? If it comes out that he didn't do shit, then, all right, whatever. We still all know he's a scumbag, right? He's been a scumbag for other reasons over the years. But at least in this aspect, he's not a scumbag.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, all of that being said, I am very optimistic for the direction that WWE is about to go in. I think having fresh faces, especially Nick Khan, in that co-CEO role, as much as he has not convinced me yet that he, I don't want to say can be trusted, but he's not convinced me that he is what's best for business.
I almost wonder if this whole co-CEO thing is because Stephanie wanted to step aside and she ended up having to come back in because of the Vince issue. And so maybe she doesn't want the full-blown role, but she does it because she's a McMahon.
That could be it. I think that could be a very good possibility.
Maybe she takes over the wrestling side versus he takes over the corporate side.
Maybe. It would be very interesting to see how they move along with this.
I mean, of course, they're going to, work together in the same capacity, and when one tries to make a decision, the other is going to be part of that decision. But at the same time, I think it's more of they're just trying to split up the roles, knowing that they're not going to be able to feel what Vince could do.
Well, and I think Vince put a ton on his plate, and we started seeing the effects of that towards the end. We'll call it the end of his tenure, right? how things were having to be rewritten and this and that, and shows were lacking. I think if you separate the television product from the corporate product, and because look, go back to when Linda was running the show.
Mm-hmm.
Linda was the CEO, and Linda was in charge of everything in a corporate side, and all Vince had to worry about was the on-air product.
Yeah.
It was such a different show back then, right?
Oh, by far, 100%.
The wrestling wasn't all that good, but it was a great show, right? Now you look now to where the wrestling's actually really good, but the show is lacking.
Mm-hmm.
So we could be looking at the potential next golden era of WWE, because now we have great wrestling, a lacking product, but a new vision.
I mean, I was about to say, we have these new up and coming superstars, new champions. You know, we got, as much as people may hate it, you got people like Liv Morgan, you know, Austin Theory. We've got these new stars coming up and, you know, trying to take over, and people love them or hate them. This is the new era, boys and girls.
This is a new generation of talent that we're seeing.
Everybody, you know, everybody does it every generation with new talent. You know, they're going to hate it. They're going to not going to, and then
it's
they
like
get used to it.
Damn Doctor Who.
Thank you. Thank
you.
You
hate the Doctor in the beginning. Halfway through, you're like, oh, he's growing on me. And by the time they're ready to go, it's like, no, don't go. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
No different. Let's go to the comments. We got Pete Evans chiming in. He agrees to the poll, says, what's up? Make sure you guys catch Pete every Thursday night on Birds of a Feather. Damian Hernandez, what up? What up, my guy? Frank Vespi, hey, yo. Sorry to bother you at work. I agree to the poll. It'll be interesting what Trips and Steph will do. Also, what would this new era be called? Give me a couple weeks and I'll tell you.
McMahon Helmsley era.
Stop it. Damian Hernandez says, hell no. I still see WWE doing the same old crap they've been doing. Only because Vince stepped away doesn't mean crap. Stephanie's a McMahon. She's still her father. Plus, Nick Khan and Bruce is still there. Man, holy shit. You really got some hatred, my guy.
I don't see it being Stephanie so much as I seen it being Bruce.
But let's back up for a second. Right? Like, and I love Damian. I do. I think Damian has been super supportive of us, and I love what he brings to the table and all that. But we all know that this is going to become a narrative, right? Mm-hmm. Stephanie's still a McMahon. Stephanie's this, Stephanie's that. If you go back and you look at stuff that Stephanie has done for the company, she's not her father's daughter in that aspect. Is she her father's daughter in the aspect of she's a ruthless businesswoman and isn't going to let anybody walk over her and has worked her way to the top? Yes. But when it comes to her vision of the business and her idea of the business and, you know, again, what's best for business, I think her and her father are very, very different people.
Big time.
Jake Frio, also from Birds of a Feather, says, what up, boys? I agree to the poll. You think Vince will return to the company in some capacity at some point? No, I truly do think he's done.
Yeah.
I think he has walked away. We won't see Vince again until probably his Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Honestly, I don't see that being until Vince croaks.
No, that'll be a couple years. They'll wait till all this stuff blows over and people forget about it.
Yeah, but then here's the thing, though. They're going to forget about it, and as soon as they go Vince for Hall of Fame, that's going to bring it right back up.
They might. Just depends. Frank Vespi, I thought Vince McMahon was about to shut up, Frank. Brian Wilson is Team Butters. Don chiming in. What up, fellas? Hope you all are having a great day.
Don.
Is Linda coming back? No, I was just referencing Linda. And did people hate when Stone Cold first came out in The Rock? Absolutely. Kane Brown says, I feel Theory's going to win the U.S. title, and Brock will win the titles later for Theory to cash in and become the first Money in the Bank holder to win 3 belts in one night, also keeping Roman strong in loss. Fuck. I would hate that. What? Oh my God, would I hate that.
Theory to become a win 3 belts in one night?
I would hate that so much.
But it goes together though.
I didn't say it didn't. I hate it though.
Theory 3 belts.
Bite me.
Or here we go. Triple T. Theory 3 titles.
Bite me. How's that sound?
Triple T.
Bite me more?
But I mean, hey, it could happen. Just like, we were talking last week about Theory possibly cashing in during the middle of the match.
We didn't talk about it last week. We talked about it 2 weeks ago.
No, we talked about it last week at
Oh, we talked about it at Comic Palooza.
Si, senor.
Yeah, that's right. Man, I would hate that so much. What a mess that would be.
They're doing the 10 count. He comes in, cashes in. 1, 9, 10. He wins.
1, 9, 10. He wins.
I had a brain fart. Okay.
1, 9, 10. He wins. Somebody else caught that, please. Right? Like I'm not the only one that heard that.
Win.
I'm not the only one that heard that. There's no way I heard that.
I meant to say 8, 9, 10. I just said 1, 9, 10.
I would love to sit here and talk about Vince's career and
we all know Vince had
accomplishments.
Good career. We
did. We really did.
There were, like you said earlier, there were ups and downs. There was good, things he did, and there was some stupid shit he did on the air, Well,
what I want to talk about is more so the Mr. McMahon character for a minute.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Mr. McMahon character. No. I'm saying he had some good segments and some really fucking bad ones.
Butters dropped out of elementary school. Damien's wondering where your mother's at. I don't make this shit up. God, I love this job. Right. I want to talk about, though, arguably one of the best heel characters on the planet. Like, Vince was a corporate jackass on the air.
Yep.
And Vince was everybody's boss that nobody liked. And, that's why the Austin thing works so well, because Austin was the everyman's man.
Yep.
And when Austin stuns him in Madison Square Garden for that first time, I mean, Jesus Christ, you thought it would, you thought the roof was going to blow off the place. And Austin blew up after that.
Mm-hmm.
And Vince blew up. And Vince really, as the Mr. McMahon character, he went through so much of, what's the words I'm looking for here? He stayed the same, but he evolved and kept with the times so much over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you think, and really the Attitude Era is where Vince flourished.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had his dealings with Austin, with The Rock, with Undertaker, with Mankind, with Kane, with Triple H, and then you go into the McMahon-Helmsley era, like on-air era, right? And all his stuff there, his slight little baby face turn when he walked away from the company and then came back and for that WrestleMania setup. And there were a lot of cool moments in that time frame. I mean, one of my favorite is a limo pulls up. Shane's in the ring with The Rock and Big Show. There's a match going on. Shane's a special guest referee. Limo pulls up. Vince gets out. He cuts to Stephanie and Triple H. Triple H spits the water out. He's in the back watching on a monitor. They go to meet him in the hallway. In the worst punch I've ever seen to this day, Vince throws a punch at Triple H. God bless Hunter. Takes a flat back drop on the concrete. Vince walks to the ring, clocks his kid with a steel chair, puts on the referee shirt that is way too small for him and count to 1, 2, 3, putting The Rock in WrestleMania.
Yerp.
You know, you think about his stuff with Triple H later on when, especially when it was Triple H and Shawn Michaels as DX going up against Mr. McMahon, you know, Kevin
Yep.
here. My favorite storyline was Vince and DX. And Stephanie just so happened to be pregnant at the time.
Oh, I know.
That bit was Shawn in the ring. I remember when they were in Philly and they messed with Vince McMahon's microphone. You know, and the screen. So there's a lot. Vince McMahon, the Mr. McMahon character, has had a ton of memorable moments on air.
Oh, has he ever?
And a ton of moments that we would really, really, really wish we could never, ever see again.
What, him fighting God?
Yes.
Or
I
him
didn't want to
saying
bring it up, but yeah.
his whole, you know, against Bobby Lashley bullshit?
But you know what, though? I love that. I think
The do-rag Vince McMahon?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You think back to the Battle of the Billionaires and
Battle of the
ECW
Billionaires.
World Champion time frame. And, you know, because Vince McMahon always wrestled in that black pants. I mean, granted, he, you know, in his early years, he had the black unitard
Oh, yeah.
top. But then he had to be a hard ass. So he put the sweatshirt on, threw a do-rag on because he was in ECW now. He had to be a hard ass.
Oh, God, that do-rag. Oh, my God.
It was the worst ever. But the Battle of the Billionaires was great.
Oh, it was. Especially the lead up to it. I mean, come on.
You know, the lead up to it, Bobby Lashley going through the cage, and the battle they have at WrestleMania that year. Donald Trump in, again, the worst part of the match. The tackle Trump has and the high weird ass punches that he does on Vince. You're like, what? What's happening here? But he was an ECW World Champion. He was a WWF Champion. He won the Royal Rumble even at one point. Countless awards and, you know, from PWI, Wrestling Observer. Some good, some bad. But
I mean, all around, Vince McMahon has had a Hall of Fame career, whether you agree or not. You know, so at the end of the day, Vince's career as a whole was a good career. If you're looking as Vince McMahon as the character, Vince McMahon as the promoter, not Vince McMahon outside of WWE.
And then you think about, like, the invasion angle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, the invasion angle wasn't the best.
No.
It said that this would have been so much better had he had access to all WCW stars. But Vince really took that angle, made it work, and helped build a lot of people that had WCW stayed around wouldn't have been shit.
I was about to say, he did what he could with what he had, and he still turned it into damn near gold.
Exactly. And it was a good time for the WWE at that point. I mean, damn it, even the illegitimate son angle with Hornswoggle. Nothing beats the segment with Triple H coming down and the lawyer isolating out who is Vince McMahon's son.
Oh my God, that
and
whole
it being
angle.
revealed as Hornswoggle and Triple H laughing at him. Or Vince coming down to the ring and having a mental breakdown in the ring. And Triple H just sitting, like, Triple H and Vince on screen was the best.
Yep.
It was great comedy because Vince was just sitting there, like, mentally just broken. And Triple H comes up next to him and just goes,
Yep.
He was not afraid to make fun of himself. And that's what I love. about him. He was not afraid. He would never ask somebody to do something that he wouldn't do himself.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to in-ring work.
Hell, look at the Gronkowski thing.
Yep.
He took a bump just to show Gronkowski I can do it, motherfucker. So can you.
Better than Gronk did.
I'm 70-something years old, and I'm going to take a bump better than you ever could.
Pretty much. So it is he a prick? Yes, he is. He absolutely is. But he is an evil genius.
Yep.
And I think at the end of the day, whether you like to admit it or not, we all owe some aspect of our love for professional wrestling to Vince McMahon.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, Vince.
And the world of professional wrestling would not be what it is today if it wasn't for Vince. I don't care what anybody wants to say. I don't care for the Tony Khan douche fucks out there that want to go tweet that they are the, longest reigning CEO of a company. Go fuck yourself. Insensitive prick. I'm doing this. You call yourself a professional wrestling fan, and I don't give a rat's ass that you're, in charge of the rival company or anything like that. You're supposed to be bigger than the business, and it's bigger than companies. It's about the business and what's best for business. When Vince walks away, who you admittedly are a fan of, you decide, I'm going to take to Twitter and I'm going to take a cheap shot at him to promote our show for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Scumbag move. I'm sorry, but I lost some respect for him. Again, take out what Vince has going on for him.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody made a comment yesterday. Cardona, all WWE, past WWE, right? People in other companies. Everybody made a comment in some way, shape, or form about Vince. And yet, Tony Khan wants to sit there, grab out a shovel, and think now's a good time for him to take a cheap shot at McMahon. Bite me. That's all I got for that.
Welcome.
I lost a lot of respect for him at that point.
Yep.
Just some kind of highlights from this week in wrestling. We'll go pretty quickly through it. We're not going to be on long tonight. Let's hit a couple of these comments. Damien goes, I will say this one good thing about Vince. If Vince wasn't in charge, we never would have gotten the golden egg. LOL, no, but for real, I don't think we would have had Undertaker in the WWE if it wasn't for him. Another great point. Look at the stars that Vince McMahon has created.
Hulk Hogan.
Right? Now, don't get me wrong. He didn't single-handedly create them.
No, he just gave them the characters. They ran with it.
Right? But Hogan, Taker, Austin, The Rock, Cena, Roman. He made Jericho a bigger star than Jericho ever was.
Mm-hmm.
Guerrero, he elevated. Benoit. Michaels, Bret Hart.
Hey, you can say it as the wrestler, but not the douchebag. Come on now.
No, I know, but Michaels, Bret Hart, Piper, Ronda Rousey. He breathed new life into Ronda's career.
Mm-hmm.
Batista, Randy Orton. So many names over the years that Vince is credited for. Damien goes on to say, speaking of the invasion era, do y'all think now that Vince is gone, we get another invasion of WWE and open the forbidden doors for AEW and have the Survivor Series? Stop it.
Won't happen. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it for the company. All it would do is elevate the competition and wouldn't elevate WWE any higher than what they are.
Joseph said, heard that awkward soundbite of Stephanie trying to get the crowd to cheer for her dad after he stepped down for sexual misconduct. It wasn't awkward last night though. Like
No, it really wasn't.
So SmackDown opens. Stephanie comes down to the ring, and she pretty much says Vince is gone. He's retired, and the crowd starts chanting, "Thank you, Vince." She's like, "Ha ha ha! No, not yet. Give me a minute." She does a very emotional, very, very from the heart message to her father.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd chants, "Thank you, Vince." She gives the very silent, "I love you, Dad," which was just emotional as hell.
Yep.
I loved last night's bit from Stephanie. I think it wasn't over the top. It wasn't too much. It was just right. But some other stuff from this week. We know that the Street Profits and the Usos have continued their feud. Logan Paul and Miz TV closed out Monday Night Raw.
Oh boy.
Ugh. Hurts my soul.
Fuck. Jericho barbed wire match.
Fuck that.
It was a decent match.
It was, but it's unnecessary.
I mean, Eddie did say he wanted to make Jericho bleed.
You think? The Jeff Jarrett thing's weird.
Yeah, because it's like you want to get somebody that's, say you want to get a referee that's going to pay attention or, going to be able to look at everything, be unbiased. And it's like, when has that ever happened?
Mm-hmm. Let's go right into a SummerSlam preview. Screw this week in wrestling. Not that it was bad. I've been so busy.
There really wasn't nothing
that I'm
much.
Not 100% caught up. I heard the Darby Allin Brody King match was great from Dynamite.
Fighter Fest week 2.
Yeah, I just haven't been able to sit down and watch. I've been so busy. Shame on me. I really haven't had a chance to sit down and watch.
Yep.
And I won't lie, I'm a little distracted this evening. It's been a weird couple of days at the office. Put it that way. All right, let's go right into SummerSlam. Logan Paul versus The Miz.
Man. I'd say Logan Paul. I mean, this is his first match. I wouldn't say his first match, but this is his first match as a fully contracted WWE superstar.
Correct.
And I would say this is a good match to give him the win, give him revenge over The Miz, whoop his ass. I mean, would it surprise me if The Miz won? No, not really.
I don't think this is a one and done, no. I think this is gonna be Logan Paul's first big feud. I think we're gonna see Logan Paul win here. Miz's ego is not gonna be able to accept the fact that Logan Paul beat him, and they're gonna have a few more matches. They'll probably ride out the rest of the year with this. It really just depends on how often Logan Paul plans on being on TV.
Yep.
Which really hasn't been disclosed yet. So if he plans on being around every week, then this will be a couple month storyline. But if he's only going to do every other month or something like that, they'll run this through pretty much the rest of the year. Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins.
I think Riddle takes this. He needs a good W.
Yeah, I think he does too. It's about time they give him a W on TV. I don't think Seth needs to win here.
No, the only way you'd have
at least
not in this feud, but the only reason you'd have Seth win this is because he's had pretty much a loss every pay-per-view since WrestleMania.
Correct. Bianca Bel-Air versus Becky Lynch.
I think that's where we get Becky winning.
I do too. I think Becky wins here. I think this is not Bianca's strongest run. I think her previous run with the title was better.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they're waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I feel like
that.
Yeah, I feel like this is a way for Becky to. This is Becky's comeback. This is her. I'm back in the game. I'm gonna beat Bianca this year at SummerSlam like I beat her last year at SummerSlam. We could say, Bianca's kryptonite is SummerSlam. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a possibility. It's dumb, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, no one said it was, perfect.
No, I agree. Absolutely agree. Where's my list? But no, I think that this is 100% time for Becky to take over and move on. So Damien goes, can somebody explain why the hell Titus was on TV if he isn't wrestling anymore? So Titus O'Neil is now WWE's global ambassador. All right. And they put him out to open up Monday Night Raw, and he went to the Hall of Fame as a Warrior Award recipient, and he thought that was as high as he could go. Now he's reached the pinnacle by becoming the WWE Global Ambassador. He plans on representing WWE all over the world, bringing goodwill. He loves putting smiles on people's faces, like those that are less fortunate or serving the country all over the globe. USA Champ breaks out. They also support causes that promote family health and community. This helps bring people together to do good. Regardless of your race, economic status, or nationality, this is a place we deserve to have a safe haven. This is a place WWE simply wants to make sure we all get to have a good time. So that's exactly what they're going to do today. He also mentioned they'll never discuss politics, religion, or other shit. WrestleView is quoted saying, trying to make sense of that Titus O'Neil intro, it reminded me of those bizarre vignettes that Vince McMahon did in the early 1990s, putting over how great WWF was as the federal government was coming for him. The problem is the predatory culture in WWE is proven. I think putting Titus out there was a borderline smart move. You put out somebody who isn't a McMahon, who isn't an executive, isn't whatever, and says, hey, look, we're here to do one thing, and that is to bring a smile on your face. Everything else is not a representation of those people in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a borderline smart play. I don't hate it. It doesn't bother me. Moving on. Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. Shenanigans, but Liv wins.
Yeah, I see Liv winning. I mean, right now, Liv is one of their top merchandise sellers of the champion. The crowd is hot into her. Liv right now this is a championship role that they need to keep running until they see it slowing down, and then you take it off of her.
I think she either beats Ronda clean or Natalya comes out and messes things up.
True.
Nothing against Liv, but
Natty's still a part of this whole feud.
Yep, this is Natty is the catalyst here.
Yep.
The Usos versus the Street Profits with Jeff Jarrett as the special guest referee.
I think this is where we see the Usos lose the titles.
Please,
finally, but
please. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah, I was going to say, the only reason the Street Profits lose is if they break up.
I would hate that so much.
I would too, but that's the only reason I see them losing. I think this is the time where the titles change hands and the Street Profits gain those titles back.
Yeah.
The only reason,
Profits have
like I said, the only reason,
especially after Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they put on a heck of a match, and the only reason you make them lose is to split them up. Otherwise, give them the damn titles. Street Profits 100% here.
Absolutely. Bobby Lashley versus Theory for the U.S. title.
I think Bobby's going to retain this one.
I think so, too. It makes sense for Bobby to retain here.
There's no way Theory magically somehow beats Lashley for this title. Not after that somewhat squash at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
The only way I see this match, Theory not getting his ass kicked in is if Theory just decides to walk out, get counted out. I'm saving myself for the main event.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see Theory coming up with some shenanigans to end the match pretty early. and keep his eye on the main event. The only way that doesn't happen is if this match goes on early.
Yep.
If this match goes on incredibly early, then that's not going to matter here.
Correct.
Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. I'm very excited for this match. I like Pat McAfee in the ring. I like Pat McAfee on the air. His promo Friday night after Corbin sucker punched him again was great.
It was good.
I think it's good for Corbin. I think it's good for McAfee. It gets McAfee involved in a match. We're starting to see that a little bit more, as we get closer to some of the bigger pay-per-views, which I'm fine with. Yeah, very excited here. I think McAfee wins this because he's been getting punked out by Corbin all week long for the last couple of weeks.
I feel like for some reason Corbin's winning this one.
Nope.
We're gonna have McAfee look strong in this match, but I think Corbin's taking this.
I don't think so.
Guess we're going to have to agree to disagree, sir.
It's fine. I think you're wrong. Damian goes, question, speaking of Natty, why isn't she getting any punishment for walking out on the live house show, but Naomi and Sasha get to be embarrassed for doing the same? First of all, Natty didn't walk out. Natty wrestled the match. She gets pinned by Liv, right? And then just gets up and bails. Now, I don't have any of that in front of me anymore. I was fully prepared to talk about it a few weeks ago, but nobody brought it up, so I stayed the hell away from it.
I don't think that was done on purpose. I think that was part of it's a house show, so they're probably testing something out to see how it goes instead of doing it on live TV.
Well, that and Natalia had come out and said that something had gone on not related to Liv. And it was kind of her way of saying, I don't agree. Or something to that effect. I'm sorry, Damien, I actually had some stuff ready for that, but when nobody brought it up and we didn't get to it, I was like, not worried about it. I moved on. So I don't have any of that loaded up here tonight. Nor do I remember. But no, I think McAfee Corbin could almost be match of the night behind the tag team match. I think the tag team match is 100% going to deliver exactly what we expect them to deliver.
Yep.
Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
Roman freaking Reigns all day long, 100%, is winning this match and getting his ass cashed in on.
I would be okay the other way around.
What, you think Theory cashes in on Brock just to get some hint of revenge against Brock?
Yep. I think that Brock wins here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bloodline beats down on Brock. Theory comes out, cashes in, and just stares at Roman the whole time. Because he knows Roman's coming for that ass.
Hey, I can see it.
So,
I can see it.
Now, let's talk about SummerSlam. Let's talk about next week, right? Next week is SummerSlam, and since we're talking about the event and everything like that, everybody's going to wonder, all right, are we doing live reactions for that show? The answer is yes. What time are we going to go live? The answer is I don't know. Ideally, I'd love to go live as the show goes on the air, but it is also the last day of the month, and per my job, I don't know if I'll be able to get out in time to be on the air as the show starts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have everything set up, ready to go, so that when I do come home, all we have to do is hit play. Hit start, go live, whatever we have to hit. But I won't know any of that until later this week. So keep your eye out for the announcement on Saturday of what time we're going to go live. Like I said, we don't have a ton of time tonight, and I don't want to spend too much time on SummerSlam because we are going to talk about the show next week. I do want to talk about, for running, everybody knows this week is SDCC. That means it is San Diego Comic-Con.
Woo, woo.
And as of about an hour ago, the Marvel panel has wrapped up.
FBI, open up!
What the hell is that?
Don't know. Somebody playing with the soundboard on you?
Maybe. Yeah. I didn't think he would jack with us. There's somebody in the back end fixing some things. Thanks for that small little heart attack, you bastard. Yeah, he's having some fun back there.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, man, that scared the ever-loving hell out of me. I didn't know that was there.
I heard it on my end, and I'm like, oh, is he? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it. I immediately looked and went, oh, shit.
Who the fuck?
But we are now in the multiverse saga for Marvel. We saw the She-Hulk Attorney at Law trailer drop. They announced Secret Invasion. They announced Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. That arrives in theaters February 17, 2023. They will go against Kang. That will set up Phase 5.
4?
5.
Oh.
Samuel L. Jackson and
Phase 4.
Ben Mendelsohn will reprise their roles as Nick Fury and Talos for Secret Invasion series on Disney Plus in spring of 23. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be in theaters May 5th, 2023. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. The trailer dropped right as we came on the air. That'll be arriving in theaters November 11th of this year, actually.
I actually just watched the, I know it's not Marvel, but the Shazam 2 trailer right before we went on air.
Yep, Shazam came out. Black Adam's trailer with The Rock came out.
Yep.
Tom Arnone jumps in. I'll agree to the poll. Why not? LOL. And he says, "What's up, my guy?" And Andy,
What's up?
Damn
What's
it,
up?
man. And Davey goes, "Damn, I thought the FBI was there to save Butters from his kidnappers."
Damn it, here we go again.
Echo will be on Disney Plus summer of 2023. Loki season 2 will be on Disney Plus in 2023. Blade will be in theaters November 3rd, 2023. Ironheart, we're going to meet Riri Williams in Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, Wakanda Forever. She's going to get her own solo series in fall of 23 on Disney Plus. Agatha series is coming in winter of 2023. Yep. Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
Okay.
Daredevil Born Again. It'll be Charlie Cox and Vincent.
Hey, at least Charlie's back as Daredevil.
And Vincent's back as Wilson Fisk. That's going to be spring of 2024 in Disney Plus. Captain America, New World Order. New World Order. Arriving in theaters May 3rd, 2024.
That ought to be interesting.
Thunderbolts will be July 26th, 2024. Fantastic Four is in the MCU November 8th, 2024. And then we get 2 Infinity War Endgame style Avengers movies in Avengers Kang Dynasty, May 2nd, 2025. And then Secret Wars will be out November 7th, 2025.
I was about to say, hopefully it sets up Secret Wars, but that just said it all.
Yeah, and we don't have to wait a year. We literally have to wait 6 months.
Oh, boy.
Not even. 5 to 11. Yeah, no, it's 6 months. All right, it's exactly 6 months. So that's everything out of SDCC this week. Like I said, guys, not a long show today. Just a lot going on over here, but I wanted to come on and talk about Vince, talk about SummerSlam, and get ready for next week. Get ready for SummerSlam because I'm very excited for the show. And I think I'm more excited for our live reaction because those are always gold. So very, very excited for that.
Great. Always fun to do.
But we're going to get out of here tonight, guys. We want to thank Alan Z Travel, specializing in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, wherever your heart calls you. Let your talented team of travel experts create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Tell them In This Very Ring sent you. Use the link alonz-travel.com/request-a-proposal for more details. And Specialized Physical Therapy for sponsoring our poll question tonight. Dr. Paul Vidal and his team at Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. For Butters, I'm Ritz. We'll see you guys next week. We'll catch you on the flip side. Tell someone you love them. We out of here.
Peace.